Yo, what's up? So I was having issues connecting it, and that's why there's been a little bit of a delay here. But hopefully y'all can see me now. Let me know if the audio is good and everything. Yeah, yo. Yeah, I was talking to myself there for like 4 minutes. Cause like even though I had like the recording icon, it didn't like connect or something. Anywho, yeah, I was just talking to myself and I'm like, there's no chats, and I've been like saying yo, like, so funny. Sup AMR time? Sup lamppost? Yeah, anyways, it looks like we're up. Anyways, as you could tell by the thumbnail, and also right here, this is the painting I'm gonna do. So I watched some Bob Ross tutorials, and I was just thinking like, uh, he has a lot of tools that I don't. He has a lot of blending options. He has a lot of brushes where he uses most of his technique. So I'm gonna try to follow the process he does to the best of my ability with MS Paint. It's going to be challenging, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it will be fun. So thanks for joining me on this. I think we'll have fun together. Cool. I guess we can go ahead and jump right in. Hopefully audio is good and everything on y'all's end. We're just gonna jump right into it. So the first thing that Bob Ross does, I noticed oh yeah, and if you don't know, I have like color palettes over here, because that's the main thing is he uses a color palette and he has his paints already laid out. So I'm gonna follow his same process. So bear with me there. I think you can see it over here if I like scroll. I think if I zoom out, you can see it. Yeah, those are the colors I'm working with. Should be fun. Anyways, I say we get started. I don't know about you. So first thing we're gonna do is start with a relatively blank canvas. I'm using like an off-white. So we'll do an off-white just to start, or just at least establish our canvas at the very least. We'll do that right there. That should be good. Let's move it more to the center for y'all, just because whoops, do that again. Put it more centered here. Yeah, I think that's fine. And this is just so we can go, because he usually always starts off with a blank canvas. That's kind of like part of his whole shtick. So we'll do that. All right, let's get it. So what he likes to do is he likes to paint in his background first. So we'll do that. He always starts with the background. So we're gonna try to follow that same process. And we'll just do slight variations on this. And then he kind of lets the background do most of the work from him. He'll usually, they'll obviously go over with like some sort of titanium white painting. So we're gonna try that as well. But he likes to let the light background of his paintings do most of the work for him in terms of like his clouds and background and the patterns. We'll try that. We'll just get in the background. He's like top G. Oh my gosh. So we're just gonna mess around with this. So I got this idea. I watched this video. I forget the name of the video. But I saw this video of someone trying to follow a Bob Ross tutorial using MS Paint. And I was like, that would be really fun, but to do live, except obviously I can't, just have the video playing. I thought about that, but I wasn't sure if that was gonna work. See you, AMR. Thanks for stopping by. I wasn't sure if that was going to be quite ideal because I would have to pause it and then restart it. And I was just like, that's just too much. So I'm going with this instead. Now there's lots of blue in his sky I really like. But yeah, I'm gonna keep using this here. Yo, Kenneth, what's up? Use this light. This is what's going to be used for that lighting right behind the mountains in our piece. Now, one thing I'm doing here is I obviously don't want to do a one-to-one of his painting. He actually advocates for that. He's like, don't just copy, but he provides lots of techniques that you can use. So I'm going to be trying to incorporate a lot of the techniques I was watching from his video and trying to apply it to this painting. Using his as the reference point. So we're going to try that. I like using the oil brush for the soft textures in the clouds. Ooh, maybe that's not quite it. Maybe like more of this yellow is kind of in the clouds here. So I want to make sure I'm getting that. But we'll run with this for now. We'll run with this. All right, we're starting it for sure. Another piece of his, he usually likes to just paint this all in. This is this base here. That should be fine for now. And then you know what I'm gonna do? So we don't have as many blending options. We don't have like the brushes that his very large brushes he uses for blending. So I like to use the pencil brush for blending. It's a little more tedious than what he can do with his. But I still want to follow the same principles, and it's the best you can kind of get to blending along with the oil brush I was just using. So we're going to try to use that. Get back here. There's like this cloud that's kind of perking up right here. All right. we'll do that for now. What's wrong with this? Yeah, we'll run with that. Right. That before starting background ain't too bad. So after he kind of gets to a decent spot with his backgrounds, he likes to start his mountains. So I'm gonna get there. Kenneth, I will get to the happy little tree. It's coming. Good morning. So the tree is coming. They will come. So we will do that. There's almost like this richer blue I want to throw in here. Just throwing some hints of this blue, lighten it up. Kind of balance out. It's a little green in the sky, which is fine. But we're gonna try to balance that out a bit. Yeah, we'll do that. Fine. All right. Now, the next piece is we're gonna go ahead and start the mountains. Now he has a nice thick scalpel he uses for those mountains, but we're gonna try our best to mimic that without the tool, but that's okay. He likes to do these mountain ranges here. We'll try to use this bigger brush to kind of, this is the crayon brush I'm using, by the way, just to kind of outline where these mountains would live. We'll try that. Yeah, we'll try that. And we'll use this as the soft way to get this. I kind of want to make sure I lay out that base color because these deep, rich shadows aren't too much of it. It's more so this lighter brown here. I want to get the base color of the mountain in, and then I can go back through and I will add the lighting and some variations to the color. Let's pale it out a bit more. I really like the crayon brush because it has like these textures to it, almost like these rocky, rough textures to them. I really enjoy using, so I'm going to use that to my advantage here for the start of this painting at the very least. And then we'll get the next outlines here. Keep working on it. Now there's some distance, so as Bob Ross would say, we don't get too wrapped up in the details, but we want to at least get something going here. Go ahead and work this in here. You know, we're missing the part. It would be really nice to have some very large brushes we could use to kind of speed up this process with these mountains. But, you know, we'll make do with what we have. You know, we're trying to emulate his process a little bit. We're going to have some limitations, but honestly, that's okay. That's the fun. That's where the creativity comes in. We try to find our own little problem solving abilities. Do that. Yeah, we'll work with that. Make some happy little mountains. We'll do that. It's always weird painting live. But I think we'll like it. We'll just keep working at it. So you can see my color palette over there when I zoom out. Like to reference it a bit, sometimes grab the certain colors, and then just work off of those. We'll do these distance right here. There's like some far away, and I'm going to use the pencil brush here because I like it because it's really good for blending and has very soft, as you can see, it has like this opacity to it. So because of that, we can use it for blending, and it kind of moves in with it. Yeah, and we already had that sky painted in, so it's already going to add that blending effect. So we want to make sure we're taking advantage of that. Apply that there's distance. I'll try to keep using that to our advantage. Just like that. I think that's good. We can come back through and refine this a bit. Now, what Bob Ross doesn't do is he sometimes makes little mistakes and then he goes with them. He goes back over them, changes them a bit, which is what every artist should do. And I try to incorporate a lot is, you know, when you do something, you can always go back over it when you're painting, or especially when you're on digital art, you know. When you make a mistake, there's no reason you can't, you know, go back and adjust it a little bit. And they're part of the process. There we go. We got some faint mountains in the background. Go ahead and hit save because I always forget. Now I want to use this lighter color. He likes to use this. I'm going to use the crayon brush for its textures, but incorporate some lighter. But honestly, I think I should use this as my base and then go back over with this highlights. I think that would be a better idea. And I think we'll come back to this brush. Help with filling in some of this. Come back here. It's nice textures it provides. I want to take advantage of those as much as I can to get that nice painterly look. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. I think we're getting somewhere with that. We'll keep on using this side. Maybe a little lighter here, but not too light. We still want the shadows, but there's still sky hitting it, so it's not too dark. Now there are crevices and stuff in the rocks. And honestly, he uses even darker here. So let's not skimp out on how dark he's using, of colors he's using here. And I think honestly we'll use the pencil brush here. It's not too strong, not too harsh, but just enough. I think that should do the trick. I think that should do the trick. Get a little paler here because there's still distance, so I don't want to make it overtly rich in color, just to fit with the whole theme of the painting. We'll try that. I think that's not terrible. We're at least getting somewhere with this. If there's a lot of good animation programs, I don't know if MS Paint would be the best. Even if I had an animation feature like you mentioned. Okay, we'll get these little cracks in the rock. And honestly, I feel like we could do a little different here. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Yeah, we'll do that. Now this has some distance to it, so I want to make sure we're capturing that appropriately over here. I think that's not too bad. And then, you know, because there's some, let me grab some of this actually. We'll make this darker. Actually, we'll even grab that. Because the sky is got that green bluish tint to it. We'll apply some of that back here with the distance. Try that. I think that'll do. Nice. Now we can kind of get the snow tips here. Let's work that in. Let's try that. We can even grab one of these. I think that's good. Could bring out more of that white here. We'll come over here. Yeah, we'll add some of this here. We'll just keep working it in. I kind of like this illusion of the bluish tints to the mountain here. I want to make sure I'm capturing that a little bit more. Yeah, we'll do that. It's not too bad. We'll go with it. Now we'll add some of the light here. How are we looking? We'll try that. Perfect. I think what we can do is we can actually draw some of this in, and then I like to go back over to kind of give more rough edges, kind of like that. Like to paint a bit and then paint back over it. And I think that just helps it kind of break up the uniformity to it just a little bit, so it doesn't just look all too samey. All right, I think we're getting to a really good place with this, because once he makes progress with his mountains, he likes to start bringing in that foreground. So the trees that will go along here. I think we'll keep working at this for a bit. All right. Nice. Now, here was a fun technique he would do for tree lines. So let's go over here and grab this. You just do things. He would take his brush and he'd almost just do this. I feel like it should be a bit, just a touch darker though. Yeah. And this was the technique he liked to do for like trees. Just take a brush that has like these jagged ends, and you can see I'm using the oil brush. This is why it's such a versatile brush. We're using it for the clouds, and we're also using it for the tree line. Let's go a bit darker. You can honestly use a fairly dark brush. I think it's a little smaller though. We'll try that. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let's bring the tree line over here. Maybe I should go a bit smaller though. And we'll just keep going at it with this. I think that's good. He didn't spend too much time doing a bunch of detailing on trees. Bob Ross really liked to emphasize just using the bare minimum here. We'll just keep working it. I think a little bit of a richer green here. We'll use this one. I think that's good. Yo, Bob. How are you doing? Good to see you. We are getting to the happy little trees, but I'm excited for that happy little trees that are going to be residing in the foreground. Now it's pretty light right here. He uses a lot of, keeps it very light when it gets towards the bottom here. Now there's a tree line here. I want to capture. Whoops. Dreamless sleep. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you to say. Honestly, this process isn't my usual process, but honestly, it's a lot of fun to paint this way. I never thought I would do it this way. I usually work like building up my block, like blocks and everything, and putting everything where it should be, but this process is just working each section from the very back and coming forward. And I actually quite enjoy it. It's actually really fun. Never painted like this before, so this is a first time. I just was inspired to do this, so I think it's fun. I have thought about making more videos. The problem is I'm just very busy. I am very busy, but I want to. It is something I really want to do. Some more videos. Try to do that. Nice. How are we liking this? I think it's coming along pretty alright. Alright. Now some of this green creeps up in the mountains up here. Try that. I think that's good. I think that's good so far. I'm going to say before I forget, I usually do. Alright. I think we can start working the foreground in here. Tranquil. I think we can start with this actually. Then we'll work this in. Paint actually doesn't crush that for me. It hasn't before. At least this version. The older version, yeah, crushed a lot. It could not handle how many pixels were were being produced on the screen. But nah, usually it doesn't crash for me. Try to get this light here. All right. We will try some happy little trees. We'll try that for a start. And he just brushes by them, almost going down though because of the bristles. He used a nice long brush for it. I don't have that luxury, so we're gonna try this. Honestly, I think we could go darker with this. Try that. Keep working in these these trees here. Only got one so far. I don't know why I'm saying trees plural. They'll come. They'll come. We'll do that. And then we'll go ahead and paint in another tree. His little friend, as Bob Ross would say, because everyone needs a friend. We'll do it here though. And then there's a big one here. We'll do that. Well, I think we can do that. We're already 40 minutes in, so you can tell I'm not as fast as Bob Ross, but that is to be expected. I don't have the tools, nor do I have the experience he does. So, take it with a grain of salt. Brandon C, thanks for joining, man. I appreciate that. We'll do that. There's also some trees back here. Then a small one right here. Kind of jutting out a little bit. We'll use a lighter. I think that'll do. Thanks to everyone who's stopping by and watching me experiment live on stream, trying to paint in this style. This is the first time I've like tried to paint in like this process before. So, I'm trying. It's not too bad so far. It's not too bad. So we'll keep it going. There's a tree right here. We'll do this one. Heck yeah, we are getting the happy little trees in. Happy little trees. Awesome. I think we got the trees painted in. We need to create themselves an environment to go with them. Yeah, we'll do that. Get some of these kind of shadows in. Alrighty. All right, we're kind of getting somewhere now. We'll do this. We are getting the happy little grass in. It's kind of getting dark in here. I probably should turn on the light. I just have like the computer screen light on my face. All right, and the shadows that these are casting, I'll use the pencil brush as I like to for this. I want that some light to the subject. We'll do that. I'm wondering what the best way to get these textures would be. It might be to use the crayon brush for these. Just slightly too big. What was it? Control, I think it was Control minus I learned. No. Control Shift minus? No, that's not doing anything. Alright, well that did not do what I thought it would do. But that's okay. It was not. Yeah, I think I'll just use this brush for now. use this small one here. Just add some foliage, flowers, and such along the implied path here. I think that looks nice. We'll use this richer little yellow in here. All right, we're coming along. Do that. I think that looks good. Some of these darker shadows in here at the bottom of these trees. I think that looks good so far. I think what we should do is we should clean up the edges. Actually, yeah, I think we will. We'll clean these edges up real quick. Whoa. No fill. We'll do that. That looks good. All right, now let's try to add some this lighting here to the trees. Wonder if we'll use this. I think we might. It's almost like we should use this lighter green first. I think we will. Blind Amber, thanks for joining. In case y'all didn't know, I watched your video, man. I thought it was great, and it kind of got me inspired to do a live on it. So I appreciate you, man. I was like, oh, that's a great idea to do on like a live. It's like a Bob Ross style. So I kind of started this painting in that style, and then slowly been incorporating my own methods as I go. But overall, I tried to keep pretty true to how he goes about it. But, you know, with the limited tool set, you know, we try to make do with how much we can follow his tutorials. I'm going to use this brush, the pencil tool brush, to kind of get some more of these details in here. Keep working this in. Try something along this lines. These lines or whatever. Just these little faint details here. All right, I think that's looking pretty decent. Now I want to add the tree stems. They're almost similar to the color being used for the mountain, so I think I'll use that. I will do that. I think that looks good. All right. I think we're getting that in a pretty good spot. We can go back through here, start making some changes to this mountain, fix it up. think we're getting to a pretty decent spot with this painting. I want to kind of go through and refine these clouds a bit. We'll do that. We'll do that. I think that's starting to look a little bit better. It is getting dark in here. Barely see my face. I wonder if I can turn this on real quick. Hold on. Let's try something. Will this turn on? If I can find the cord this goes to. Good. Oh. Does that work? Yeah, it kind of worked. Maybe kind of bright on my face, but at least I'm not scary looking in the dark. I think we can make that work. Oh, we'll do that. Maybe try to fix the corner of this canvas too. I don't know. All right, I mean, this is a pretty good spot. I think the last thing I'll do is kind of touch up the shadows here. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate that. We're pretty much at pretty close to a stopping point here. But I'm liking how it's come so far. The style is it's a fun style for sure. Man, appreciate the sub, dude. Really sweet of you. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. This back here looks a little wonky. I'm gonna try to fix this. think we'll do one more touch on these. Alrighty. Ah, I think that's a decent stopping point. I think it didn't turn out too bad. Let's see if we can get like kind of a side by side here. I wonder if I can bring this over. Let me do this. I'm gonna bring this over. Like this. Let's see, can I drag this? I can drag you the reference photo so you can see. I'm trying to put that side by side. We'll do more of this. Not quite the same, but I think pretty close. Did the best we could with what we had, but I think it's fun. Yeah, I might touch it up a bit. I might honestly come back to it tomorrow, but I think that's a good stopping point for this stream. This is super fun challenge to try to paint this style, something I've never done before, and I think the result definitely gave something different, you know. Definitely looks a little different from my other stuff, so I like the process. But anyways, thank you for this kind words, Manface Gaming official. Yeah, this was really fun. I appreciate everyone stopping by. I'm gonna cut the music. Cutting the music. Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. This was a fun little practice in trying to paint like Bob Ross. Hopefully I did him some justice, and hopefully he's proud of me. But it was really fun, and I definitely am gonna try this process again. It's very relaxing, very fun. So, anywho's, I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna back off of this. Thanks for stopping by. It means a lot to me. If you're here, please like and subscribe. I'm just trying to grow my YouTube here. I'm doing streams, providing content along that. So if you like the content, give it a thumbs up. So anyways,